Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, first and foremost, we want to give all praises and honor to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutation to the men that push this word in sincerity and in truth. To the elect, to you sisters that listen, we say Shalom. Alright, to brothers from GMS Trinidad, to the edification, Brother Lamad,
Shalom.
right, and me, Brother Howard. I'm based in this video for women. You know what I mean? I already have a proper title meant to the video. But going along the lines with these women out there, they wasn't made to lead. Right? They wasn't made to lead. So you men had to take up your role as leaders, because the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, the Heavenly Father, He made us to lead, He made us the head, according to the scriptures. And these women out here that just bring the only thing really actually these wicked women out here that bring is destruction. A matter of fact, you can start with our first precept. Ecclesiasticus, I'm gonna bring it. Ecclesiasticus 25. These women out here, bring these women out here, the pop men, to end up dying, bring up men to do the wrong things, just to fulfill their lust and their needs, right? Their carnal needs, right? So we just putting you guys up on game to, hey, when you see a wicked woman, you know what to do. The book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 25. I'll start from 23. 25 and verse start from 23. Points in 24. It says, a wicked woman abateth the courage, make it an heavy countenance, right? And a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress make it weak hands and feeble knees, right? Because that is the sole purpose of a woman, right? The Lord say, I'll make you help me, right? That is a woman's purpose, right? To help, to help a man, right? To be there for a man, right? It goes on to say, and now it says a wicked woman abated the courage, make it a heavy countenance, right? A heavy countenance, because you're watching your wife and hey, a woman's supposed to be a pillaress, right? So if she's not a pillaress, it's headache, right? And you make your countenance heavy,
And just like scripture say, it's better to dwell in the corner of a roof, you understand, than in a large house with a brawling woman.
Hey, and I speak because the big brother Makaza he was bringing out certain proverbs of women in different like the Greeks, the ancients, Greeks and really and truly they are not nothing good to say about the woman. We're not saying it to have good women all day. You know what I mean? We're not bashing the woman, but you know what I mean?
Proverbs 31 and 2, it says, what my son and what the son of my womb and what the son of my vows, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyed kings.
That which destroyed kings. And if you want to expound.
And this was actually King Solomon. Mother was in Proverbs 31 was talking to him. Now, if King Solomon own mother tell him, hey, don't give your strength to woman, and she's a woman, nice to tell him, right? A man supposed to follow the Lord, but you woman really and truly not supposed to lead. Now, it had a point in time that I read in the Guardian newspaper, little statistics that they brought out, right? In business, most times that they put a woman in charge of a company to be CEO or whatever the case is, or a particular branch in the company, is to actually
crash it.
then to put a mandate to reinstate so the profits will go back up because women judge by emotion. And guess what? To show you that the statistics was not biased, it's a man and a woman that actually did the statistics, and the woman agreed. Also, at a point in time, I was watching a little it was a challenge like where they'll take certain people and they'll put them on an island, whatever the case is. So with this challenge, they take a group of men and put them on one island and give them certain resources. They take a group of women and put them on an island and give them certain resources because women like to say they equal men and things. So it was a challenge. And they went and they checked the men island and they beautify the island. They build little huts, wherever the case is. They fish, they cook, wherever the case is. And when they go to the women, the resources almost run out. The, the place was dilapidated, right? All they were studying to do is eat. They had rubbish here, they had rubbish there. They put up a little like sheet to make like a little hammock thing or whatever you get. But the men build huts and that kind of thing. It's showing you that what they say, you know what they say that in that thing, no wonder why it have a saying that if you left society in the presence of women, they'll go away. Yeah. They'll actually be living back in caveman days.
Because they don't have that idea. They don't have that idea. And I will let's bring I will bring that and have an next precept to bring. In the book of Job, chapter 39 and 17. Verse 16 says, she is hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because Yahweh had deprived her of wisdom, right? Neither had he imparted to her understanding. You see, the Lord already, they don't have that idea. They don't have the idea to lead. And if they do get the idea, they get it from a man. They get it from a man, right? But really and truly, naturally, they don't have the idea, because it's a woman who does lead. It's a woman on my job, these leaders. I ain't saying they're doing that. The way how they're doing it, they ain't crying out the full rule of how a man will do it. You know, the men or the people who had men before them, and they actually was doing it good. You know, it have team leaders right now, and it have men team leaders, and woman team leaders, and the women they just move like they don't have an idea. They moving like they're not sure of what they're doing.
So basically, like their leadership would be more democratic because they would have to take ideas from other people. But the man now, he more aristocratic or autocratic select, not aristocratic, autocratic. Because basically he'll be a dictator. He come up with the ideas and he give people, you know, hey, well, you go do this, you go do that, you go do this, you go do that. But for the cases, the woman will sit down, I need ideas. That's that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because anyway.
And just to prove something that too, because what most women think that them is the cook, but when you go back to the ancient days, men was the ones who teach women how to cook, how to make wool and all these kind of things. Right, but the scripture said the woman shall be a helpmeet. You understand? So the man will teach while he basically studying to do other things that basically how to build life and his family, whatever the case is. So he'll teach his wife teach his daughter, whatever the case is. He'll teach his son. That the word father means teacher. That is one of the definitions for the word father. So it ain't just a loose word, like how people would say, you know, a father is a man who have a child. No, a father is a teacher. You understand? And that is the thing with Esau and the system, that they actually take your child away from you and put them in school. You understand? Teach your ways. A man supposed to teach his son and his daughters about his ways, about the ways of the Lord. But in this society, it's how to send them to school to make them a better slave. You understand?
Right. It goes on. Ecclesiasticus 25 and verse 24, it says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Yeah. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, you know, with Eve. You know, and through her, hey, who knows? Right now, this woman take over from Biden.
Seriously?
Yeah. she take over from Biden right now. Biden going to do some health problems he have, and
yeah.
every so often he does had so right now the vice president ruling right now. And who knows, Joe Biden could go into whatever surgery. I can't think of that surgery. He could go into that surgery and end up dead.
Can.
And she could be ruling. And through her we all lie. Who knows? She might be the one to pop off this World War, or whatever the case might be, or push these heavy draconian, whatever the case might be.
And he's so man akonchi emotions.
Yeah. It says, right? It says through her we all die. This is if you have something,
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay. This is the book of Mark. Because the brother bring us scriptures, so they with Proverbs, right? So they Mark chapter 6 and verses 16. It says, "But when Herod heard thereof, he said, It is John whom I beheaded. He is risen from the dead. For Herod himself had sent forth and laid hold upon John, and behold him in a prison for Herodias' sake, his brother's Philip's wife, for he had married her. For John had said unto Herod, It is not lawful for thee to have thy brother's wife. Therefore Herodias had a quarrel against him and would have killed him." Right? "But she could not, for Herod feared John, knowing that he was a just man and unholy, and observed him. And when he heard him, he did many things and heard him gladly." 21, it says, "And when a convenient day was come, that Herod on his birthday made a supper to his lord high captain, the chief estate of Galilee. And when the daughter of the said Herodias came in and danced and pleased Herod, and them that sat with him, the king said unto the damsel, Ask of me whatsoever thou wilt, and I will give it thee. And he showed unto her, Whatsoever thou shalt ask of me, I will give thee unto the half of my kingdom. And she went forth and said unto her mother, What shall I ask? And she said, The head of John the Baptist. And straightway with haste unto the king, and asked, saying, I will that thou give me by and by in a charger the head of John the Baptist. And the king was exceedingly sorry, yet for this oath's sake, and of their sake which sat with him, he would not reject. And that is a shall see as an oath was too. But yeah, John the Baptist was beheaded because of a woman. Because of a woman. Men die because of a woman, because of women. In back then and even now, woman that's put you up. You see, so you brothers here, you had to be careful with these wretch out here.
Scripture say gosh, like something with the singing, I can't remember.
Fall not for a woman that is a singer.
Yeah,
Sirach.
Proverbs 31 and 30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth Yahweh, she shall be praised. Yes, so don't look upon a woman beauty, you understand, is a vain thing. It's just deceit. Alright? Most women, they trust on the beauty of the cases. Alright, that is their strength. But at the end of the day, what you have to offer, right? Because your beauty could be a snare and a trap towards a man. And you men, scripture say, a wicked woman is giving another portion to a wicked man. So a woman could be as beautiful as what? But she wicked. But the scripture says, what he that pleases the Lord shall escape her. Alright? So this is the book.
Okay. The 57 Sirach 9:4 it says it is used not much the company of a woman that is a singer, lest thou be taken with her attempts.
Yeah. You know, she know how to basically
Shamir.
Yeah, can Shamir be kind wherever the case is. She have a man wherever the case is, but she beautiful and she making all kind of promises in the ears wherever the case is, you understand, and you go and sleep with she and then the man come home. Then you end up 6 feet under. He end up in jail and guess what? And next man brushing she know. You understand? This is Zechariah 5 and I'll start at verse 5. It says, Then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, Lift up now thine eyes and see what is this that goeth forth. And I said, What is it? And he said, This is an ephah that goeth forth. He said, Moreover, this is the resemblance through all the earth. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead. And this is a woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephah. Right? And an ephah is basically a measurement of something. And in the court of justice, mostly they have like a woman holding up a scale or a balance, you understand? And that have to deal with judgment, you understand? And the thing about it is, here what the scriptures go on to say, he said, this is wickedness, and he cast it into the midst of the ephah, and he cast the weight of lead upon the mouth thereof. Because why? Women, they judge over emotions. Emotions is something that is fluctuate. Women don't know how to balance their emotions. The scripture say, I want just weight and I want just balance is abomination to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? But the Lord said, what does please him? Judgment, that would just please him. Now you put women in court also, right? They don't really know how to judge. If judge be sure for what the eye see. The scripture say, don't judge over a side, but judge righteous judgment, which means what? Go back to the scriptures and judge. Now, let me say, well, this is a kind of touchy topic, but when you go into the law of Deuteronomy 22, right? And that is to show you how most men know these days effeminate. Now, if a damsel was to be taken by force and she's not betrothed to a man with the cases, and the man lie with her with the cases, do you understand? What is the judgment according to the scriptures? That man's supposed to go and pay the father 50 shekels of silver or some kind of payment or a dowry. You understand? And he's supposed to take this woman to be his wife. But what are they going to do? Or they're going to put the man in jail. She might end up pregnant, or they might cause she to sin to commit some kind of abortion with the cases. Or the child will grow up fatherless, destroyed with the cases. Because hey, let me say the man, the reason why he forced himself is because he really attracted it, love. He know, hey, well, you know, she ain't have a man with the cases. Hey, let them do the good. At some point in time, the woman gonna fall in love with the man. Plain talk bad manners if he takes she virginity. Now, in different cases are wrong, where it is in a situation where the guy sleep with the woman and she have a man, then he supposed to put it to death or she cry out. Right? If a thief steals because he's hungry, you know thing. What about the alphabetical order soup? Right? Just like Alexis. She brother, what she can't judge because she brother on the other side.
Yeah.
You understand? Right? That's somebody who know personally she brother on the other side, and you know what you mean by when brother on the next side. Right?
Flip side.
If you love him, you rebuke him.
Is it?
You don't love him because you're encouraging him and shit. You have a brother and he coming to me, hi. That wrong.
Yeah.
If one girl is saying, oh yeah, whatever.
Like they actually hating.
Yeah.
Scripture says love working no ill taste neither. Right? And you knowing right and wrong, knowing that road they're going down there isn't right. You actually hate your brother by not correcting him.
Done.
And not leading him on the right path. But hey, that spirits too.
Done.
You know?
Showing a woman can't lead because of the emotions. This is Leviticus 19 and verse 15. You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am Yahweh. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So you as a big sister, right? Really and truly, you're supposed to rebuke your brother and say, hey, really and truly, he's a man, you know, you're not supposed to be taking that you're supposed to be giving.
Yeah,
you understand?
you're supposed to be, you know, say you're supposed to be more or less like a defender, me, protector, me.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you use the male. You know, as a sister, if anything is to happen, you go defend me like the same way how Absalom defend his sister from his next brother. You see, you supposed to how you gonna defend me?
Man, see you and I'm gonna watch like just let me take shine, he can't do nothing. You understand? So yeah, that's the thing. You woman, you want to be in a leadership role, but it's not in your nature, right, to actually lead a house or to lead any kind of big business, whatever the case is. Now he's a manager, so he's a manager in the house really and truly. So you would have a kind of leadership role, but guess what? You need guidance, you need direction. When a manager managing a store, whatever the case is, she had to act upon the rules of the boss. You understand? And establish those rules. Yes, you have a leadership position because what you become a mother, you'll have children, you have to teach your children how to, you know, think the husband, whatever. But to say be ahead of the house, look what's going on in society right about now, especially with you Negro women and leading the house. What's going on? The world, and that's the thing, you want more equal rights, you want whatever, but how the world going? The world going backwards. More evils increasing in the world, more murders, more effeminate men, more abortions, this kind of community that they have there. Look at the world. When the world was run by men, and I don't know why all the women have so much pride. Men is the ones who build houses, they build cars. Any house a woman living in is a man who built it. Whether he finance it or he laid on the foundation, whatever the case is. Right? Computers, all these things, is men who build it. You women really actually have nothing to be proud of. The Most High put the spirit of wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and skill in man. What woman, the scripture says, be subject to your husband. Be subject to a man, to your father. Right?
It's First Ezra chapter 4 and verse 20. It says, a man leaveth his own father that brought him up and his own country and cleave unto his wife. He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife, and remember it neither father nor mother nor country.
Because a woman's supposed to be a comfort to a man.
By this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? Yea, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal, to sail upon the sea and upon rivers, and looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness, and when he had stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. Right? It says, wherefore a man loveth his wife better than his father and his mother. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sake.
Yes, so many men what they especially because that was I think Zerubbabel was talking there in Esdras. I can't remember who, right? But it was one of those men who was in charge of basically looking after the rebuilding of Israel. And what he was saying basically, especially men who is not godly men, they run out the wits for women. They do anything for women. They make themselves weak. They castrate themselves for women. So women know how dominion and women know how power over them. The scripture say The Lord had created a new thing, right? A woman shall come past a man.
That's right.
But the Lord say, what seek ye the whole parts? You understand? So it's not to say that, hey, the Lord say, well, here what now? I'm going to put women to rule. No, the Lord ain't saying that. The Lord don't change. Right? The Lord put man above the woman in 1 Corinthians 11. Right?
It says, many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women.
Adam sinned because of woman. Solomon
Solomon,
sinned.
yeah.
King David sinned because of woman. But would I lead them in problems with the Most High? With the Dandana himself? You understand? So, no, it's not to put your woman in front, not to put you on a pedestal. The only person you put on a pedestal is Yahushai. Right? Because Yahushai is the one that died first. Yahushai is the one that, thing. And you woman supposed to put your man up on a pedestal. Take the back seat. Let him do the driving. You understand? Put him on the pedestal, he will lead you to Yahushai, and Yahushai lead him to Yahweh. That's how things supposed to be. Most is the boss, not you woman. You understand? And to you sincere aquat out there, take the chill pill. Submit yourself as, well, Ephesians 5:22. It says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. If your man telling you here, well, you get up 5 o'clock in the morning, you prepare something for me, don't frown your face, no, nothing, get up and go and think, because at the end of the day, that is the man putting something in his stomach, even though you work in yourself, whatever the case is. Who is your defender? Who is your protector? Who is your head?
These things ain't supposed to be hard. For a woman to do. If you live with a man and they're a man and they love, whatever you tell you to do, you're supposed to do it. See?
Yeah, just like you as a mother, if you lie down there and you tell the child, get up and do the scriptures talk about the God giving the authority over the mother with the children. That is somewhere in I think it's Sirach.
Tree. Yeah, tree. Alright.
Yeah. So then we're not, as the brother say, not to say we bashing, but at the end of the day we humiliating. The reason why I say humiliate is to humble all there. Right? Like as we were talking when we was on the books, as pastors in church will bring out these kind of precepts, and a woman will be right there, she hug up next to she husband, but ain't she mine? You don't really know about me. Most Christian households is the woman that actually ruling over the man. Man soft, effeminate, he's not going to enter into the kingdom, my friend.
Yeah. So Act 3:1, it says, hear me, your father with children, and do therefore that ye may be safe. For the Lord had given the father honor over the children, and had confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons.
Yes, so, all they have authority over all the children too. But that is when daddy not there. Right? When daddy there, whatever the case is, you still think, but if, let me say you go and tell your son, here is the scene, you could go ahead and watch TV, and daddy say, here, well, I don't want to much TV right about now. Don't say, well, nah, he don't think this for the day and think that for the day, I'll think. It's up to the man now to, well, alright, well, think whatever the kids say. But if he say, well, no, I want him to go and finish up that whatever the kids say, and then you watch TV, who you want him to listen to? You? No, you're supposed to listen to your father.
Right.
Simple maths.
Yes, that we give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the men that push this word to in sincerity and in truth. And to you sisters all day we say Shalom.
Shalom, Brakita.